All right, week 10 already. It is insane to me how fast the season goes once it starts. But it is week 10. The Jets are 4-4. If you watched my last video, which was the Chargers post-game video, the post-game videos usually have a lot more to them because I break down the games and stuff. I talked about how the Jets had an opportunity going into that game because the whole division lost. And if they would have beat the Chargers, they would have, they would have been only a game out of first place. And it really would have, amped up their season. One game out of first, playoff, all that type of shit. But they lost the game, and not only did they lose the game, the Charger game was like embarrassing. Again, if you didn't see the Charger post game video, it's basically what like the offense was pathetic, and that is a major problem for this team. Again, I'm not going to get into it now because I really cover it in the Charger post game video, but offense is a major problem. Like I always say, man, they should have kept Mike White, all that stuff. There's just so much going on with the offense. It's really bad. And it's wasting the defense and all that type of shit. And Garrett Wilson is going to waste because of the lack of production from, the offense and Zach Wilson and the line. And again, watch the Charger post-game video. It really goes into it way more. So, week 10, Raiders, like I said, they're 4-4. Raiders are 4-5. So, if they have to win this game. If they don't win this game, to me, like their season's over because you have, after the Raider game, you have Buffalo, then you have the Dolphins. All right? Something tells me they're going to split those two games. So let's say that happens. They beat the Raiders. Okay, they're 5-4, and then let's just say they lose to the Bills 5-5, and they beat the Dolphins 6-5. So they're still kind of, keeping themselves in the race a little bit. But listen, even if they make the playoffs, they'll be squeaking in. They'll be backdooring in. Whatever you want to say, if they get in. With this offense, they will do nothing in the playoffs. It's a major fucking problem. So, like I said, I'm going to keep this one short because there's really not much to talk about here. It's a must-win game. It's at the Raiders, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. Raiders just got done firing Josh McDaniels. Again, I covered that in the Charger post game. He really was a shitty head coach. So that gives the Raiders new life now under, I think, Antonio Pierce, I think, is the interim head coach. I think. Former Giant, whatever, I don't, it doesn't fucking matter at this point. It's all I know is the Jets are going into a fired up Raiders nation. So, more problems for the Jets. A revamped Raider team who's playing hard now. So, but the Raiders to me is a game the Jets should win. All right? Listen, the Jets are a good team. And they have the talent, but there's something major wrong with the offense. Is it Zach? Is it the line? Is it the offensive coordinator? I don't know what the fuck is going on with the offense, but it's a combination of those three things right there. So we'll see what happens in this Raider game. All right, if to me, if if they lose this game with the same type of performance from offense, then you already have a major problem. But you, to me, then have a problem that is catastrophic. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, and the Raiders, I believe, have a pretty good pass rush as well. Another good defensive line going against just a horrendous offensive line. It's a shame because the Jets have a lot of talent, and I really think the line is just a major, major, problem. It's the Achilles heel of the team. Zach, even though he has improved, he is, I think Mike White would have been better. I just do. Sorry, but and that was just because this team fucking couldn't swallow they couldn't swallow their mistake. It's a shame. This defense is going to waste. This Garrett Wilson's going to waste. All this shit's happening because Zach and the line. I mean, put in a different quarterback, with just a little bit more of a, patched up line, and I think you got a whole different story with this team. I'm not completely anti-Zach. It's just that this guy, this is, 3 years now? This guy has not at this point, you're either showing that you are going to be something in this league or that you're not going to be something in this league. And what the fuck is this guy, what has this guy done at this point? Again, if he had a great line, would he be better? I don't know. Are they keeping him from unleashing? I don't know. Because sometimes it looks to me like they're playing scared, like they don't want him to, go off and I think they're afraid of him throwing interceptions, really. But you can't play like that. You can't fucking play like that. Let the guy listen. He's either gonna fucking light the game up with fucking 4 touchdowns and 400 yards, or he's gonna throw 5 interceptions. Either way, let this fucking guy, just let him play. That way you can really see what you have. Again, the offensive line is a major problem, so it is kind of hard to judge him, on a scale that's, accurate, I should say. But listen, it is what it is at this point. So enough about that shit. I wanted to keep this video short. Prediction. You know what? If you would have asked me before the Charger game what my prediction would be for the Raider game, I would have said it's a win. But after that performance with the Chargers and all the shit going on with this team, plus they have to travel to Vegas, it is a must-win game. To me, the Jets should win this game. So I'm gonna say it's a win, as usual, right? Right. It's rare that I'll predict a loss for the Jets, but at least with the Charger game, I said I don't fucking know, and even though I said Jets will take it, but you could tell I was like I think my body language said that I didn't think the Jets were going to beat the Chargers, but they should win this game, so I'm predicting a Raider victory. And that will take them, like I said, to 5-4 going into the Buffalo game. Buffalo, they seem to have Buffalo's number. They beat them last year. They beat them this year. That starts to, that could be in Buffalo's head a little bit. So it's possible that, you could see them sweep Buffalo. They'd be sweeping Buffalo. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. And that's the way this team is, and that's the way the season is going. Like they lose these games they should win, and they're winning the games they should lose. So, I mean, how the fuck did this team beat the Eagles, man? You know? So, and on that note, I'll see you for the post-game analysis for the Raider game. All right. Oh, by the way, it is a Sunday night game, and that is how many fucking national games has this team had already? So, I know it was all because of Rodgers and all that shit. So, but hey, you know, if they're not entertaining, they're embarrassing themselves, or one way or another, there's some type of, you know, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words with this team at this point. So, enjoy the game. Sunday night game should be pretty good. All right.